Hello and welcome back to our show. Today we are lucky enough to be able to interview an up-and-coming star. Ruby Redfort features as the main character in Lauren Child's famous Ruby Redfort mystery series. We got to ask Ruby no more than 10 questions, and we hope you enjoy.
Ruby Redfort in the house.
So, Ruby, we're here to collect phones. Anything to say about these devices?
Well, as you know from reading the book, I have very many. I've been collecting them since I was about 5 years old. All sorts of shapes, sizes, and colors. My very first was a donut phone, and my latest is a squirrel wearing a tuxedo. Most of them come from yard sales. The phone I use the most, so my favorite, is disguised as a bar of soap I keep in the bathroom. Most people think it's gross that I keep a phone in the bathroom, but if I'm snooping for clues out the window and I need to call my best friend Clancy, I leap for, what else? The soap! I've estimated 75 phones on display in my room, and every 3 days I rotate them. That's 225 days, and then I restart the cycle. I hope that eventually I get enough sweet phones so that I can get through the entire year. So at least that means that I need to get 122 total, which is only another 47. But then clearly that would be a problem on leap years for using them all equally. So I'll have to find out a math code. I guess you could call it to find out, oh great, I did it again. I did it again. Going on math geek. I am not a math geek if that's what you're concluding. Don't you want to ask me another question or something?
What about your amazing book collection?
Well, I have books along one whole wall of my bedroom, categorized, and each category in a pile from carpet all the way to the ceiling. Yeah, I have bookshelves, but those are for my phones and my favorite books, mysteries, puzzles, and codes. Let me in on the secret. I keep 622 yellow notebooks hiding observation notes under the floorboards in my room, except for the one I keep with me at all times, the only book that is not full yet. I am 13 and I started 9 years ago, so I was 4 when I started. Most of my observations seem pretty mundane to the average person, but then I remember my rule number 16, even the mundane can tell a story. Nobody, not even my best friend Clancy, has read any of my notes. No, I'm not going to tell you what I've written down, you bozo. Can we just get this over with and ask me another question?
In your free time, when you're not solving mysteries and cracking codes, what do you get up to?
Clancy comes over, and every week we watch our favorite TV show, Crazy Cops, a detective show. We sit up on the roof. We got them from a ladder in my room. And we sit on beanbag chairs while we watch my portable TV. Yeah, I have a portable TV. It's pretty impressive. We each get 10 cookies and an imported from Europe banana melon, with no more than 2 scoops of strawberry ice cream mixed in with the straw, especially those extra bendy ones. Clancy and I are practically addicted to all the police drama in the show, even though my parents are on my case all the time about watching TV, because it's kind of all I do all day. I always have to remind them that there's a lot of truth in fiction. And then I walk away, and they're left with puzzled expressions on their faces. It's an extremely informative and entertaining show that teaches you all about police investigations and human behavior. You see, detectives are just like me, described perfectly by my rule number 18. People miss the downright obvious. I totally recommend it. Sunday night at 8. At 8.
You know, that brings up a good question. You keep referencing your rules. Can you explain a little about your rules?
Oh, sure. There's 79 of them so far. I've already mentioned a couple of them. I list them all in my pink notebook, the one that smells like bubblegum. There are the rules that I live by and use advice for myself. The couple that come to mind are, rule number 1, you can never be completely too sure what might happen next. Enough said. Also, rule number 2, if you want to keep something secret, don't leave it lying around. This is a good tip for when you need to keep your room clean. Rule number 19, don't panic. Panic will only freeze the brain. Panic will get you nowhere. Panic can get you killed. Been there and done that. Let's move on before you make me spill any more of my secrets.
You know, Ruby, we haven't heard much about your parents. Tell me about them.
Their names are Sabina and Brandt, and they're not very smart compared to me. They're always going on vacation. The most recent one was to Switzerland, because that's where the Jade Buddha of Catan was being imported from. My parents can't stop talking about it. Apparently, if you look the Buddha in the eyes at midnight, you become wiser. But I think that's a bunch of baloney. Naturally, everyone wants to steal it, especially the Count.
Whoa, wait. Who is the Count?
Oh, just a bad guy, a really bad villain type guy. His name is Count von Viscount, and he used to be a movie director in the old-timey black and white movie days. He got fired when the movies got more modern. He wanted to steal the Jade Louis Vuitton because it's worth a lot of money. Trust me. Oh, by the way, he also kidnapped me. Why, you ask? Well, because I knew all about the Buddha and because I worked for the secret agency Spectrum. Oh, and also I had the key to unlock the Buddha's case hidden in my barrette.
So you work for Spectrum. Tell me a little bit more about it.
Spectrum is a top secret agency with the best agents ever. Oh. It's called Spectrum because of its colored walls. There's everything. All shades of red, orange, yellow, and really every color. There's even this gross-looking bark color. They work outside the government, but not against the government, if you know what I mean. They help the government defeat all the evil bad guys. The leader is named LB. Who knows what that stands for? She's very strict. A lot. To an agent, you need to take the 99-second test. You have 99 seconds to answer each question. 37 questions to be exact. So therefore, it's 61.5 minutes for the entire thing. If you get at least 33 questions right, you get to join the agency. Luckily for me, I got all of them right. Of course. Duh.
So, let's go into your everyday life. What do you eat for breakfast at your house, Ruby?
Normally for breakfast, I have a drink of 1/3 grapefruit, 1/3 cranberry, and 1/3 peach juice. My mom hired a diet chef named Consuela Cruz. She traveled directly from Spain. Consuela Cruz hates Mrs. Digby, and Mrs. Digby hates Consuela Cruz. Every night in the kitchen, they're always fighting. And one night, my mom went down there. They were fighting, all right. Mrs. Digby threw tomato juice at Consuela. She ducked, and it hit my mom. Mrs. Digby thought that my mom was taking Consuela's side, so she left.
Wait a second. Who is this Mrs. Digby you keep talking about?
She's our beloved housekeeper. Mrs. Digby always tries to spoil me as much as possible. Personally, I don't think there's a problem with that. Mrs. Digby is a small but very dignified person. Her face is dry like an autumn leaf, and when she puts lipstick on it bleeds across the lines on her lips. One day, our furniture went missing, and so did Mrs. Digby. Oh no. Turns out she was taken along with our furniture. We thought she left to see her cousin Emily. We called her and she wasn't there. So instead we thought she was in Miami playing poker. But no, she was with our furniture. What a happy family.
So I hear you have this secret code. Would it be possible for you to tell the public about it?
Well, yes, we do have a secret code. I created it with my best friend Clancy. We did it because we write a lot of private things to each other and we don't want anyone else to read it. Something Clancy wrote to me looked like this. That translates to, those tomatoes have already brought me up in hives. We also fold our code into origami things because if someone got to it first, we would know because origami is really hard to refold.
Thank you, Ruby. And now to the commercial break. See you soon, everybody.